This is the best live-action Batman. And no, that wasn't a question, but feel free to debate me in the comments. From everything I've seen online, there is apparently no perfect Pattinson action figure, but as long as this one is better than the McFarlane version I got loose at a convention last year, I'll be happy. In the box, you get 4 different head sculpts, 2 masked and 2 unmasked, and I actually really like the Robert Pattinson likeness on these. This one is a little goofy, but in Mafex's defense, when he makes this face in the movie, that doesn't look great either. He's got some really interesting accessories here, like these 2 different chest plates, one with the batarang in and one without it, 3 different options for displaying the grappling hook, one that he can hold, one sheathed and one empty sheath, a flare stick, an empty mask he can hold, and 2 entirely different forearms for his pop-out grapplers. It took me entirely too long to figure out how this works, but it's actually just a piece you put in the hand and then try to angle it to make it look like it's attached to the forearm. Speaking of hands, you get a large selection of them, about 8 extras in total, which is more than enough for any poses you'd want to do with this figure. And here is Vengeance in all of his glory, and the level of detail in this figure is pretty wild. All of the pieces of the utility belt, the forearm bracers, different straps and buckles all have their own textures and colors. They really put a lot of effort into bringing this suit to life. I love that the cape is this kind of leathery material. I think it fits really well, but I am a little nervous about how well this material will hold up over time. And one negative thing I will say about this figure is that I do think he looks a little too skinny. I think that's a problem Mafex has often. Even their Venom and Bane figures are kind of skinny. The articulation is where things start to go off the rails a little bit, but I will add the caveat that this version is a lumbering, stiff Batman who doesn't look very flexible in the movie, and the figure isn't very flexible either. He's got absolutely no ab crunch at all, basically, and if you're not careful, his chest will dig into the plastic and leave marks. He doesn't have the usual Mafex legs. He's got this like 2-piece situation that doesn't really split at all and looks kind of weird. But I actually do like what they did with the shoulders. They extend out like this, and then he can reach across his body or do whatever you need in place of a more traditional butterfly joint. This isn't a perfect figure, but I do enjoy it. Just because something is flawed doesn't mean it's bad or you can't like it. So I think if you want this version of Batman in your collection, this is a great option in spite of its flaws. Because like I said, this is the best Oh man, who would ever choose to do a voice like that? But I really believe that this movie gave us the best live-action Batman we've seen and perfectly teed up a future for this character that will be really fun to explore. The idea of him now having to craft a Bruce Wayne persona is just incredible, and I can't wait to see it. But what do you guys think of the Pattinson? Am I overhyping it? Does anybody know if InArt is tackling this version of Batman in addition to the Christian Bale one? Let me know.